Welcome back. Time now for your health check. You know, the Tommy John surgery is traditionally performed on Major League Baseball pitchers, but experts say the number of high school athletes getting the reconstruction procedure is actually going up. In fact, one study shows athletes between the ages of 15 and 19 needing it rose by more than 50% since the 1970s. A doctor with the Cleveland Clinic says parents and coaches need to consider why these injuries are happening in the first place.
Overuse is responsible for the vast majority of these injuries. The best way to take care of these injuries is not let them happen in the first place.
So Dr. Salawan says keep pitches to a minimum and allow for proper rest, of course. It's also important to make sure athletes have strong core muscles so they're not placing too much stress on their arms. And at the end of the day, make sure they have proper throwing mechanics. A warning for parents this morning. The CDC wants you to be aware of a rare polio-like illness that primarily strikes children. It's called acute flaccid myelitis. We've talked to you about this before. This is the viral infection that strikes in late summer, usually through early fall. Last year, you may remember, more than 200 children were diagnosed with it. It can cause muscle weakness, even paralysis. All right, look, we all do it. Guilty, guilty, guilty. Head to Google when we have a health question, right? And a recent survey found the most Googled medical symptoms by state. Apparently, we Texans want to know about nasal congestion. Yeah, that makes sense to me. The majority were related to the cold or the flu, and it makes sense really because the CDC says on average adults have 2 to 3 colds each year. As for some other most Googled symptoms by state, in Utah they looked up morning sickness. South Carolina and Wisconsin are concerned apparently about the color of their poop. Okay. Which is a healthy question to ask. I'm just going to say that. And in Rhode Island and New Jersey, they want to know about lucid dreams. That's interesting. And hey, speaking of dreams, I just got back from my dream meditation and yoga wellness retreat in Bali. Wow. So that's a meditation sunrise right outside of Floating Leaf. That's an eco resort just outside of Ubud. That's a volcano that we hiked, and so Mark and I got a little yoga pose going on there. And the hike was intense. We had to get up at 1:30 in the morning. These ladies made it all the way to the top. We trekked and trekked for hours just to make it above the clouds right as the sun rose. And we had some friends joining us at the very top there. As the sun came up, we were like, oh my gosh, where'd all these monkeys come from? That was our whole group, 15 of us, most of them from the DFW area. So we had a great time. And I wanted to show you guys a glimpse of the food that we ate, which was prepared for us fresh every morning.
That looks great.
I ate 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, with dessert, and did not gain a pound.
What is it? What is that right there we're looking at? What was that? Was that dessert?
No, there were no Big Macs. Yeah, it was a little sweet kind of potato-y thing with like raisins on it.
Yum.
But these people at Floating Leaf treated us so well, and thanks again to One Yoga Global for another awesome retreat.
We were talking about the importance of unplugging and stepping away, regardless of where you go or what you do, and that's really what the point was.
A break, yeah. I mean, look, we had 2 physicians on this retreat, an engineer, a high-powered, head of a marketing firm here locally, a PhD, a lot of moms, and so these people sometimes, some of them for the first time, were able to take themselves away from the rigors of life and just enjoy themselves.
Reset.
So valuable. Little reset.
Yeah. And get a great tan.
Yeah, that was the bonus.